Now, I've had a string of customers lately losing fish due to high salinity. So I like to run the salinity of my reef tanks around 0.025. I find that does very well. If I'm going to introduce fish, I tend to lower the salinity while I introduce the fish, and then I'll slowly raise the salinity back up again. But if you lower the salinity to put in new fish and you forget to raise it back up again, you'll start losing coral. Just like if you're not paying attention to your salinity and you let it creep up, then you'll lose your fish. And I've had a bit of a spat of people, either they're not testing their salinity enough and the salinity is slowly creeping up, or they're trusting electronic salinity meters and they're getting dodgy tests and the salinity is actually higher than they think. Because it's really important to trust your salinity test, because salinity is just such an important thing. I basically find that anything over 28, and then you can start to experience osmotic issues with your fish. 28, I mean 0.028. And then if your specific gravity gets to 0.029, that's a very bad thing. And 0.030, and you're just going to watch them all slowly die. Because what basically happens is the osmoregulation system has to work super hard. So sometimes the fish might pinch and appear to lose weight. Sometimes they just end up getting white spot or some sort of pathogen due to an inadequate immune system, because the salinity is too high and too much of the osmotic pressure is going into, or the molecular energy is going into the osmoregulation system due to high osmotic pressure. So keep an eye on your salinity and make sure you trust what you are testing your salinity with. Every now and then it's good just to check your natural salt water if you're using it, just so you see if you're getting a reading that makes sense. And even just bring your test kit down to your local store every now and then and just test it against their testers. Because it's really important that you're aware of your salinity and that you're testing it effectively. Otherwise it can creep up and you can lose fish. Anyway, if you have any stories about salinity creeping up, or what level have you lost fish, make sure you put a little note at the bottom of this video.